Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today I'm trying Dolly Parton's 12-ounce frozen country fried steak, which is deliciously comforting and comes with mashed potatoes, country-style gravy, and a side of seasoned green beans with smoky bacon that costs $3.86. It's never been easier to enjoy satisfying Southern-style favorites. Dolly says her favorite meals are like all the best songs. They have more than one note. Now I'm being serious when I ask this. What the hell does that mean? Here's the very long list of ingredients for such a simple meal. And there's 5 words you never want to see in an ingredient list. Country fried beef patty fritter. This is supposed to be a country fried steak dinner, not a country fried burger dinner. Unfortunately, in the highly processed frozen food world, there's fritters in everything versus real pieces of meat, which fritter is just a different name for 4-meat slurry concoction. I just don't get it. They spend all this time cutting up and forming pieces of meat into a piece of meat when they could have just used the whole piece of meat to begin with. The whole meal has 500 calories, 30 grams of total fat, 11 grams of saturated fat, 1 gram of trans fat, 65 milligrams of cholesterol, 1,200 milligrams of sodium, 41 grams of carbohydrates, 4 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugars, and 17 grams of protein. Now you can cook Dolly Parton's country fried steak dinner in the microwave or the oven. And with me, the person, being the big spender that I am, I bought 2 meals, one to cook in the microwave and one to cook in the oven for you, the people, so you don't have to. And now one meal goes into a preheated 350-degree oven for 38 to 42 minutes. And then the second meal goes into the microwave on high for 6.5 to 7.5 minutes. And the instructions on both meals say to leave the plastic film on. Now here's our first meal after microwaving on high for 7.5 minutes. And to be perfectly honest, that doesn't look very good whatsoever. And it doesn't even smell good. It smells like burnt plastic. So let's try these green beans with bacon first. Vegetables in frozen dinners usually look pretty good. Nice and vibrant and fresh looking. These, not so much. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet they go. Wow. Simply wow. These are some of the saddest green beans I've ever had. And if you notice, they're hollow. There's no seeds inside of them. Maybe they're straw beans. You know, like a drinking straw? That's the dad joke of the video. Even to me, that wasn't funny, but I had to do the obligatory dad joke. And I don't really taste any flavor from the bacon. So let's try these mashed potatoes next. Just from the looks of these mashed potatoes, I don't like them. But I'm going to try them anyway. For you, the people, so you don't have to. Not surprisingly, the texture of the potatoes sucked. But surprisingly, they were seasoned really well. Now let's cut off a piece of our beef patty fritter thingamajig. And already, that crust looks disgusting. I certainly did not have high hopes for this. The breading looks like a soggy, gloopy mess. And the meat itself was pretty tough as we were cutting through it with the fork. Oh boy, that was bad. The meat was extremely tough and gristly and very bland. The breading was just like I said it would be, gummy and soggy. I think I'd rather eat a Nutriloaf than this. So even though I didn't really want to, I'm going to take the obligatory final bite of everything. The green beans with bacon, the mashed potatoes, the little bit of gravy that's in this, and a piece of the country fried yuck. That piece of meat without the breading literally looks like a piece of roadkill. So I said a quick prayer and then into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. Now, Mama always said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And the microwave version of Dolly Parton's Country Fried Steak gets a 1 out of 10. Now, after that cluster, I'm sure it's impossible for this oven version to be any better, but we're going to try it anyway. After cooked in the oven for 40 minutes at 350 degrees. So we got a scoop of the green beans. And they really look no different than the ones cooked in the microwave. But these somehow had a little bit more of the smoky bacon flavor to them. So next we got a scoop of the mashed potatoes, and I'm guessing the gravy is mixed in with it. And I'm guessing the gravy is mixed in with the mashed potatoes. And again, they don't look much different than the ones cooked in the microwave. So into the old pie hole, and down the gullet they went. Unfortunately, they tasted just like the ones cooked in the microwave. Now, I wasn't really looking forward to it, but now it was time to try a piece of the ground meat patty fritter with a little bit of the country gravy this time, which I did not notice much in the first meal. And the crust, even though it's cooked in the oven, looks awful. So into the old pie hole, and down the gullet it went. Now that was just as bad, if not worse, than the one cooked in the microwave. Now, other than a couple of the Andrew Zimmern meals, this is probably one of the worst celebrity meals that I've tried. And I'm also giving it a 1 out of 10. I'm almost to the point, when I see these frozen celebrity meals, I just feel like turning my head and running away. Well, maybe rolling away really fast, but not running away. Yes, and I know, before anyone says it, I know the celebrities are not cooking these meals themselves. They're just throwing their name on a typical frozen dinner that typically sucks. But I'm going to continue finding and trying all the frozen dinners that I can find so that I can try them for you, the people, so you don't have to. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.